This is a podcast presented by
Hard to Find Media.
Subscribe to Hard to Find Media on youtube.com/Hard to Find Media Network. This shit is free. Share it. Blast it.
It's Tady's Day
Boy, we were excited. You can sense it.
He had a whole block of brie last night. It's really nice. Coming back to get him.
What it would be like to be not on a Ferris wheel, but a great wheel.
So we are now rotating.
So how do you feel about buskers?
I'm pretty into buskers.
You are.
I am.
Here's the deal with salads.
We'll get to the baking of a cake. It's a little boring.
Kind of.
Well, hello again, and welcome back to Tady's Day Out, a show that offers a comedic and irreverent review of all the best attractions Seattle has to offer. That's for all you first-time listeners. Everyone else, I'm sure you already know. And thanks for coming back. This week's episode is very, very exciting. I had a very good time. It was quite the day out, if you will. And I have my first two returning guests. I had so much fun with them. And they apparently had so much fun, they wanted to actually come back. So this week it's Landon and Timothy Logan Clark again. And we went to the top of the Space Needle. And in just a second, you're going to hear what that was all about. Just some house cleaning real quick. I am on Instagram now, at Tady's Day Out, and that's going to be photos, just a few photos here and there, and maybe some videos of, when we're actually doing the days out. Just to prove to you that we did it. No, but really, it's just kind of some fun stuff. There's a couple photos up there now of this actual outing. That will be the first one. It kind of gives you a sneak peek of, whatever episode's coming up, too. So, all right, let's get to the show. And thank you so much for listening.
Nowadays.
Let's elaborate.
Nowadays, I mean, come on, with what's going on in the Middle East.
How with the Midwest?
Let's bring peace to the Middle East.
Corn?
That's what I'm saying.
All right, welcome, listeners.
Thanks.
All right, I'm here with my first two returning guests. I have Landon Helton. Say hello.
Hello. I'll be a recurring character on this podcast.
I'm doing a character that's a recurring character on my friend's podcast.
Only a character, just letting you know.
Cool.
Probably not recurring, but that's the character I'm playing right now.
And Timothy Logan Clark is back as well.
I happy to be here. I'm infinitely more modest than Landon. If you want me back, I'll be here.
So humble.
Yeah.
Listeners may remember them from The Great Wheel, episode 2. And I thought for this one, since we're reaching great heights again, I'd bring my altitude friends.
Could we batch in like a clap or like a laugh track right there?
No.
Mr. Humblebee over here is trying to be in charge of the fucking production.
What is...
I just thought that I had a little
that?
more pull, a little more say.
Oh, you're going to get some pull.
Oh, we're going to pull you.
I'm going to push back.
So today we're doing the... we went to the Space Needle, guys.
It was nice.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It was spice. Noodle.
It was Spice Noodle. We're going to open a restaurant right outside of it. That was actually Logan's idea.
The spicy noodle.
Wait, was that your idea?
That was his
my idea.
But
we keep doing this.
I borrowed it from someone.
Yeah.
Really? Who?
No one.
Oh, okay. Logan.
No one.
Yeah.
No one important.
So let's start at the beginning.
Yeah.
We kind of had a great day out, and I just want to walk the listener through it from start to fucking finish.
What's the best way to start?
We had so much fun.
Beginning.
Start to finish fucking.
Yeah. God. Well, you're giving too much away. People are giving too much away. So Logan picked us up.
It's implied.
So I want to start out with, apparently you guys came to pick me up and were making fun of me in the car beforehand. You told me this later and decided that you were going to spend the day calling me Slow Tady to see if it would get me really pissed off.
Much to your chagrin, I imagine.
No, I did.
Oh, It made you grin.
It made me grin now that I know about it. But you called me. I remember you calling me Slow Tady several times in the car, and I didn't even think about it. I just went with it.
Did you think we forgot your name?
No.
Well, you know, I thought enough times of calling you Slow Tady, it would maybe resonate with you that we were calling you slow.
Yeah.
And no one wants to be considered a slow punk.
I think I leaned into it and was like, yep, I'm slow. Like,
Right.
I sort of just accepted that you guys think I'm stupid.
Took the
Well,
wind
you're
out
kind
of
of
our sails.
expediting the process. I mean, when we were getting our tickets,
Yeah.
you yelled at that sweet young
I
lady.
didn't yell at
Do
that
you
lady.
need more time?
Okay, so we drive down to the Space Needle and we park. $12 for parking, no big deal. I got you, bros. Told you
Always
I'd pay for
parks.
parking.
Always pays for parking.
Always pays for parking. We get up to the Space Needle, and we're getting tickets, right? And we're waiting in line for those kiosks. And I walk up to the kiosk, and it seemed like the small, tiny blonde woman in front of me was having trouble with the kiosk, but she was also moving away from it. So I stepped up. And on the screen it says, "Do you need more time?" So I leaned over and said to her, "Hey, do you need more time?"
Do you need more time?
But
Doubled
apparently,
over like Hagrid speaking to young Harry Potter.
you guys found this very funny.
Do you need more time?
You're a wizard, Harry.
She's small and tiny. You're,
Apparently, I'm quite big.
got some weight to you.
I've gained some weight.
Since we met
You look
this morning.
Yeah, since I started this podcast.
The stress gets to you.
Yeah, the stress of this podcast gets to me. There's so many places to see.
It's true.
We got enough time to see them all.
So many
Yeah,
gift
well,
shops.
do you need more time? I do.
Yeah, well,
So when getting the tickets, I actually had trouble with the kiosks, and I missed it was 10:30, and I missed the 11 o'clock
It must
window.
have been it must have been like 10 or 20 seconds.
Well, I almost
window.
had it, and then I went back because I thought I was doing it wrong. Then went back, 11:30 only. So we ended up having to spend fucking 45 minutes in the gift shop.
worst 45 minutes of my meager existence.
Was it really?
I loved it.
I didn't mind it. I found out that Landon has a predilection for gift shops. Apparently,
I love novelty. The shittier the tchotchkes
Yeah.
with something screen printed on top, I find it a pretty decent pastime to just like fiddle through that stuff, like the bric-a-brac section of the thrift store.
Yeah.
Like, let's see what type of wingdings we can find here.
right? Wingdings, tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes.
We also learned that there's sort of a mascot for the needle called the Weedle. The Weedle on the needle. It's sort of seems like a Dr. Seuss type
Yeah.
rhyme.
Right.
Yeah.
The Weedle on the needle. Yeah, and they were...
Didn't care for it.
No, I didn't like it either.
Creepy.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they were kind of just like throwing that whole Bigfoot thing, you know? Because we're in Squatch country.
Watch country.
Yeah, I don't know if it was
They would
big.
be
Don't
they would
believe
be-
me,
just
they're-
Squatch.
Don't believe me, just squawk. Don't believe me, just squawk.
Ooh!
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Cut chops. There's a baby.
There have been
Children
Weedle
in this.
sightings, and seatings. There's a special chair for him on the needle. So
Right
we
in his butt.
we dicked around till about 11:30.
He definitely went hog wild.
Yeah, we went hog wild and dicked around.
Oh, good lord. You're hogging all the mic time, Joseph.
What do you want to say? Say it.
Yeah, come on, Tim.
Get in
It
there.
was a hog reference.
Oh, okay. That was pretty good. I took it. I was like,
so sorry, dude.
I was like, whoa, dude. Is he right? Like,
was gonna
do I
say-
need to ease up?
I was gonna say Hogwarts, but there wasn't much. We were doing Hagrid earlier. Harry
Yeah,
Potter
you
makes
could
sense.
have done a good callback, but instead you insulted
Yeah,
me.
bringing up a failed callback, also not a good look for a podcast.
Not a good look.
I'm taking notes right now. I'm writing stuff down.
Listeners can't see that Tim and I are pretty much wearing the same exact outfit
I think I was wearing it first.
of a red flannel. Well, you have had that flannel longer than I have. This was a gift for Christmas from Amy Kotlow.
Hey,
And I'm wearing Christian Louboutin
And a Ford hat.
and a corduroy Ford hat.
Yeah.
Just imagine that.
Yeah, we should have set the scene earlier for the listener. What are you wearing?
it changes the
This goes out to all the lovely podcast viewers.
The first segment of the show should be, what are you wearing?
What are you wearing? We should do...
And hey, listeners, email at me with what you're wearing now while you're listening. Tady'sDayOut@gmail.com.
Yeah, clothing optional.
Yeah.
Just an email that says nothing.
Yeah. I was naked.
I will only open the ones that nothing.
So finally, it was time for us to fucking go to the top,
Right.
Fucking going.
and we get in line.
Getting there.
And
Janet.
what? No, well, hey, should we? That usher though.
Yeah, you can't see
Oh, that usher?
We had to go through several ushers. One that patted us down.
That was weird. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
do that one. That's
But what happened with the first usher? I want to hear it from an outside point of view.
you, and then I'll get the next usher.
Okay. We had...
Giving up the mic
Yeah,
time. You're real nervous about mic
I'm
time.
not nervous at all. I feel really, really good.
I'm going to commandeer the mic. Okay?
Yeah.
Hold it.
Don't touch the mic. Oh my god, get your fingers off the goddamn mic.
How are you doing that?
All right. So we step up to the first velvet rope.
VIP.
VIP for sure. And there's like 15, 20 people in a school. A school of humans. Picture this, a school of humans right at the
And
limit.
all learning a lesson.
Us three fellas walk up wearing Christian Louboutin.
Strapping.
Strapping, man. All of a sudden,
Is this the 11:30?
and then everybody turns around.
Who yelled that?
That was Joe.
Oh, right.
And then everybody turns around and they're like, "Yes, dude, it's 11:30."
We get it.
So I was like half serious and half like I was like
Right.
I'm gonna ask a serious question.
I
But I'm
loved
gonna
it.
go loud. I'm gonna go Will Ferrell, Harry Carey with this.
Right. And I think
It
that's
didn't land.
I think that's when the usher decided. That's when the vendetta began.
Yeah, but I didn't know it.
Yeah.
No, none of us.
Yeah,
was
I didn't.
plotting.
I didn't know his sights were set.
He was setting us
on
up.
me.
Right.
Setting us
Or
up.
maybe he was like, "Hey, this guy's like kind of like a Will Ferrell, Harry Carey type. Maybe he'll
I
understand
love
my
when I get
sarcasm."
pegged like that
Yeah.
by bystanders.
Yeah.
So we walk up to the usher, and I give him my ticket, and he says,
He says, "I forgot."
Sorry, this isn't your guys' group.
You're not allowed up there.
Actually, no, you did. Yeah, bro. Are we fighting?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He got us.
Yeah, it was like we got punked. We got Jamie Kennedy.
It was a power trip.
You got
basically.
X punk.
Yeah, you got X punk.
Ex-punks unite.
And then that's pretty good.
Thanks.
And then I was actually kind of serious. I was like, "Oh, you got me," because for a minute I was like, "What?" I was like, and then he took my ticket. I looked at it and I said, "Thanks, bro."
And then he looked.
And as I'm
He
walking
looked
away,
at us, swords coming out of his eyes. Yeah, this is yeah, bro, huh? Wait, hold on, I'm getting really
Wait a second,
excited.
you're-
You're getting really excited. Oh yeah, bro, yeah. Last time I heard, yeah, bro, huh? Yeah, I haven't. Thought I moved out of California like years ago, bro.
he did say those words. Maybe not that many
That was
times.
verbatim, exactly.
Oh my
actually,
God.
to the best of my memory.
He was
It was
hyperventilating.
dyslexic and hyperventilating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it burned me, to be honest.
Well, I was trying to burn him back with the impersation.
Oh yeah.
Think of the
he'll hear
listeners.
it. I'm gonna go
You're
find
think
him.
he's a blithering
He's
idiot.
probably going to be listening.
I'm gonna get him to subscribe.
Secede? Secede from
So
the
then we walked up, we went through some history panels or whatever, and we got to a next usher who made you unbutton and lift your shirt.
It was very uncomfortable. It was like a security usher.
Yeah.
And I just started unbuttoning. I don't have anything under here.
No.
I started unbuttoning. Get 3 buttons down. Do you want me to unbutton more? Yes. Keep going.
Yeah.
Another button. Keep going.
He
Yes,
didn't
keep
make
going.
me unbutton my shirt.
He was
It
an
was-
older man, and the way more
Sugar and water. More.
Shake it a little bit. Turn around.
He was looking,
I'm looking for a cat. It's a long trip.
maybe
Need a snack.
Maybe he thought your cat was in there.
Well, I'll tell you it wasn't.
Yeah. He's a good friend. I can't stop doing that because we were doing it so much earlier.
It's a go-to.
So after that usher, we had, what?
The picture.
Oh yeah, there was a nice free digital picture, which we'll post on the page.
Which is good.
You know, they kept telling us to find it on Spacebook, which is their play on the Facebook pun, but they were really pushing
The
it.
plug in Facebook.
Yeah, quite a bit.
It's like they got stock in Spacebook or something.
Yeah.
Like they invented it.
Yeah, yeah, they went Spublic with it.
It's perfect.
That's perfect. So yeah, we're waiting in line. So we get in the elevator, and that's when we met Janet.
Oh, Janet. Oh, you minx. You saucy.
And I have some recordings of her. Let's listen to her live.
But anyway, I'll try to tell you a few things about what you're looking at. Right behind me is the city of Seattle. The tallest building in the city at this time is Columbia Tower. It will remain so for a long time. It's the tall, skinny black one there. and it is about 967 feet, I think, at this point. And the reason it's going to remain the tallest for a long time is we have four airports right in a row, starting with SeaTac, working up 2 more, including Boeing Field, and finally this is a seaport airplane.
There was a lovely visitor from Boston asking. So we're from Boston.
Okay,
and
she
like,
had no accent,
But it's better with the accent.
and like we hit like wicked beaches.
Yeah,
And
I think it was one of the Affleck brothers.
Yeah, and I was wondering like, where's you guys go to the beaches?
That's
And then
well, simpleton, Jenna replied.
well, turn of the century Bostonian street tough. But Janet's reply was terrible.
She said, it was, where do you go to the beaches around here? You go south.
Just
Yeah, like
south.
you'll probably go down south where it's warmer. It's like
What?
it's fucking beautiful in Seattle.
And I had to chime in.
In terms of, I mean, we're from Boston, so beach is like big in Boston. But on the West Coast, is it different? Like when you're having like a beach day, where would you go?
Further south, where it's warmer in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Alki Beach is really good,
you
or
can
Madison
go there, but
Beach.
It's cold. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
Lake
cold
Washington.
water.
Yeah, it is.
You're
Yeah.
more apt to go to the lakes
Yeah.
than to the ocean. The ocean is, or even the Sound. You can hang out. The kids go in the water because, I mean, they
don't care about it.
internal
Yeah.
nervous systems. But adults tend to have wetsuits.
Janet.
No,
And then she kicked us off the elevator.
yeah, at the bottom when everyone was getting off.
Yeah, but I knew what she was trying to do.
yeah.
I got a number.
I am not stupid, Janet.
Oh, God.
I wonder if they have any attractions in Reno, Nevada with ushers named Janet.
Janet Reno.
Yeah.
Good one. That was pretty topical, sort of.
Topical.
90s. So one time, one of my, a Space Needle stories was one time I was at Folk Life.
Nice.
And I rode my bike down there, and I locked my bike up right next to the Space Needle.
To the needle?
No, it was
That'd be a lot.
it was a
story.
fence nearby, but really close, right where you would get to the kiosk where you may need more time. And I got off, and I barely walked a few steps, and there's a big crowd of people, and this guy out of nowhere pulls a gun.
Oh.
And shoots. And I see this other guy running. He starts shooting at the guy running, but it's into a group of people.
Holy shit.
It was pretty insane, and he shoots 3 shots, and only one hits somebody. It's not the guy. It was someone waiting to cross. Hits him in the back of the leg.
Oh my
He ended up being okay, but it was super intense, and there were cops nearby, and the guy with the gun takes off running.
insane.
Takes off running, and turns out that he just got beat to shit. I saw him being dragged back. They finally caught up with him back to the cop car, and it was terrible.
Police beating someone to shit?
You know, I'm okay with it when you shoot into a crowd.
Shoot into a crowd.
Beating people who may have, breathing problems or a watch or beating black people, no, that's not cool.
Yeah, that's
but
not cool.
when someone shoots into a crowd, I'm okay with you getting punched.
A couple licks.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that guy deserved to get punched.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay.
Do you know the backstory?
No. He was chasing someone, perhaps drugs, money, a vendetta, a lover, maybe an usher vendetta. Maybe he's one of the ushers.
Could have been it. Maybe the guy that ran away was being a smartass when the guy with the gun was trying to just show him
He
his
came up
tickets.
and was like, "Is this the 11:30?"
Right.
I did an impression of myself right there.
That was really good. That's how that guy's the usher's gonna do an interpretation.
Hey, I spiced up his day
to his cat.
So anyway, I did.
Tonight he's gonna be like, guys, we gotta go get a drink. I had a long day at work. Yeah, so these 3 guys show up, and then this one guy's like, is this the 11:30?
This string bean son of a bitch comes to my place of work.
Is that how you describe me? That hurts.
Well, that's how he would.
So, real quick, let me wrap up my story.
Sorry.
I was real shaken, and I wasn't stirred. And I ran over to the Fun House, which was a bar venue that used to be nearby. It's not there anymore. And I just started slamming Jameson because I was really
shook, not stirred.
Yeah, I was fucking flustered. So now I was drunk, and I went back to get my bike and go home. I didn't even go into fucking Folk Life because I said, "Hey, fuck life," and then so I went back to get my bike, but it was all cordoned off by the police, and I couldn't. I was like, "Oh, maybe I can get my bike," and I go up to this cop. I'm like, "Sir," Tim just tapped me on the knee, stopped my story to pull up the bottom of his pants and show me that he has a hole in the genitals area.
And he's really laughing.
He loves
really
it.
hard right now. He like went on a limb for like a
bit?
like a subliminal bit, and he is crying. Right
And a
now.
visual bit.
I didn't think you were
Quiet
going to
laughing.
say anything about it, and I just wanted to shake you.
I just felt like I stopped mid-sentence. I needed to let the listener know there's some tension now.
Right.
I'm not...
Well, your pants has a lot of tension. That's why they ripped.
All right, let me do this.
So I asked this cop, I'm like, hey, I know what happened, and my bike's just locked right there. Do you mind if I grab it? And he turns, he was like, what the fuck? Who do you think you are? There was a shooting here. Do you really think I should go grab your bike? I was like, I know there was a shooting. I
watched it.
Yeah, I was like, I saw it. I was right here. And he goes, get out of here. And I was like, what? So there was another cop right next to him, and I walk up to him, and I was like, can I get my bike? And the guy was like, let me ask the detective, and walks over. He's like, you have to wait till tomorrow to come get it. Sorry, there's a crime scene, there's protocols. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And this was all within sight of this other cop, and I just turned to him and was like, I shrugged my shoulders. I was like, whatever. And he scowled at me.
And then the second cop is like, that guy isn't a cop.
Yeah, that guy's actually not a cop. Yeah. Actually, I need to go figure that out. Yeah.
And yes, you can have your bike.
I think that guy's trying to steal your bike. Yeah.
It's an elaborate ruse.
Yeah, the American ruse. Ugh. Yeah. So I have some mixed memories at the Space Needle. Because I also remember when I first moved to Washington, my stepdad, to try to get us into the whole Washington state of mind, took my whole family to dinner there. Have you guys ever eaten there?
No, I know people who have.
Yeah, name them. A to Z. Alphabetical order.
Joseph Tady.
They're both in the J's.
Really?
Yeah. Joseph and Josephine.
For listeners, that may
You can batch that.
That may or may not be an ex of Landon's. It's still a touchy subject.
It's not that touchy.
I'm touching him, and we brought up the subject.
Well, yeah.
Tim might touch you and show
I'm
show
just
you his
watching.
pants.
I'm just
It's
watching.
not touchy. I'm very touchy.
Not touching.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you a hugger?
Which is why it didn't work out.
Really?
Yeah.
She's
just so...
Please stop touching me.
Right, exactly.
yeah, and she mostly had a sunburn a lot of the time.
Clammy hands.
Clammy hands.
Very clammy hands.
I did date someone with clammy hands for a while, and it was
weird,
the worst.
right?
It was
Yeah.
terrible.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry out there if you have clammy hands. You're probably great.
Yeah.
But your hands aren't.
But you should probably stop being so nervous about your clammy hands.
Yeah.
Because you're not helping anybody.
Yeah, you're not helping anybody. Maybe don't tell the person you're dating you have clammy hands. Maybe they won't notice.
Right.
Just always wear gloves.
Yeah. It's
Or just always carry a squirt bottle and just be like, sorry.
Yeah.
It's a squirt bottle.
Sorry, I just squirted my hands.
What's worse?
Hey, how's your glove life?
Lacking.
Oh. I used to really like the show Dark Angel when it was on Fox when I was younger. It had Jessica Alba in it, and it was like a dystopian future, and she was this bio-enhanced special agent. And whenever she...
Like a better Alias.
Yes. Well, Alias first season was decent.
These what?
Yeah, shut the fuck up. So, whenever she was had a problem or needed something to think, a place to think, she would always climb the Space Needle and sit on top of it on the outside of it.
Would she scale it?
Yeah, I don't know. It would just cut to her being on top of the Space Needle,
so
looking
long.
out onto
She
the
probably
city.
took
She
the
is
elevator.
bio-enhanced.
Right.
I made up that term. I don't know what that is, but
Spider-Man.
I do remember being like, that's cool. I live here now. But why is no one in the Space Needle? But people still live in Seattle.
Why don't people sit on top of the Space Needle?
More. Yeah. Where's the number 12 flag?
Right.
Yeah. So after all that, on the way home, we were coming back to record, but it turns out that Landon and I both get extremely hangry.
Yes.
And we were dying for food. And the atmosphere from how we began, which was very excited to how we were at getting to Dick's Burgers, just what's the fastest thing, and having to stand in line where we were just really mad at Tim.
It was miserable,
Right.
and they're both really mean.
And Tim is...
We weren't that mean. We were just not playing into your jokes because we couldn't think.
Yeah, we couldn't even
So
play
mean.
along.
Yeah,
Tim was being so appeasing as well, paying compliments to us.
He was
trying to make us feel better, and we weren't having it.
He was trying to riff and cheer us up, and it was just I think at one point I said, "Shut her down." Yeah.
I'm gonna say thank you for noting that I tried, and I appreciate your appreciation post.
Yeah.
I'll take your apologies.
Wait, I'm not gonna post about it.
I'm not posting shit about you.
No, like post like after.
Oh, post-mortem.
Yeah,
After
I
you're
die.
dead.
At my eulogy, I want that
Exactly.
Dick's trip.
One time I was hangry.
Someone at the pulpit. We were in line at Dick's once.
Tim was being a complete asshole.
Tim told me I had pretty eyes because I was really hungry.
He did tell you that.
I told him to shut up.
I did tell him to shut the hell up.
It's time to wrap her up. Would you recommend going to the Space Needle, to the top of the Space Needle, to friends, family, foes even?
I think it would be nice if you're maybe.
I think it would be nice.
Looking for. It's a first time Seattle thing.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you a good viewpoint of everything.
Oh yeah.
But then also maybe if you're there for more than a couple days, maybe
in the needle,
maybe do the non-needle vibe stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Really get in there. Check out the different cities, but definitely
Check it when you're in Seattle. Check out different cities,
like Bellevue.
Yeah, don't
Beautiful.
Bellevue does mean beautiful view. Really? Okay, don't. All right.
I would recommend it to friends and family. Foes, not so much, because I enjoyed it, and I don't want them to have a good time.
Yeah, no good feelings for them.
Nah.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming back on. This was good. You even got up early to go do this. I know you guys are going to work after this, so
Yeah,
thank you.
it was pretty good.
It was pretty. Yeah, little lackluster landing over
I'll
there.
do better next time. I'm a little hangry still.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'll be back soon with another great episode exploring Seattle. And make it a great day.
You'll catch me later.
Thanks, Joe. I love you.
Of the nation? We are the youth of a nation.
I'll fuck with POD. Did you have POD albums? Because you were like, they rock and they're Christian.
Yeah, I definitely had POD albums. Pillar,
Zayo.
fucking, yeah, Zayo, 1,000 Foot Crutch,
Stretch Armstrong.
Reliant K.
This has been a podcast presented by
Hard to find media.
Subscribe to Hard to Find Media on YouTube.com/Hard to Find Media Network. This shit is free. Share it.